Hi, this is David from fireup.pro. Welcome to PROstories, a series in which we talk about the stories of our clients and partners. In today's episode, we will talk with Kasia, the creator of the fairy tale Attic, a place on the web dedicated to children. How could you introduce yourself at the start and tell us what you do?
Hello, my name is Kasia Hilbrycht and I am the creator of the fairy tale Attic. This is a place where you can find musical radio plays for children. And every day I write fairy tales, compose music, songs, and sing, because I also have a musical education and I play different voices in fairy tales.
Okay, great. Where did the idea for the mobile app come from?
Well, some time ago, a dream appeared in my head that it would be great if the fairy tale Attic had its own place. That it would be nice not to rely on other portals such as Spotify, YouTube, or Patronite, but for fairy tale Attic to have, well, it's a fairy tale place. And so the idea was born to create the fairy tale Attic app.
Okay, could you tell me more about the fairy tale Attic itself? How many fairy tales have already been created there?
Well, there are about 50 fairy tales already. The number of users or subscribers on YouTube is about 55,000. And then there are subscribers on Spotify, Patronite, so there are a few more people. This most popular fairy tale has over 2.5 million views on YouTube.
Wow, that's actually a lot. And such a process of creating a fairy tale must probably be demanding.
Yes, it is, because it involves many stages. From writing a fairy tale, well, first coming up with the idea in your head, writing the fairy tale, then the text has to be proofread, then I record everything, and either I imitate all the voices myself or I invite people to do it. So arranging meetings, even giving the material in advance, everyone has to prepare. If you work with children, you need to constantly motivate them positively because they are usually small children and get tired quickly, so it takes a lot of time. Later, composing music. The music in all the fairy tales is specially composed by me to emphasize this content. So it's not some random music bank where I download soundtracks. I just compose it specifically so that children can experience this fairy tale in the best possible way. And then it goes through the whole editing process, cutting out saliva, breaths, various knocks, pops. So there really is a lot of it. My husband is already working on it. And he cuts it all out, mixes it, masters it, and only then can the fairy tale reach all listeners.
Wow, so you have 50 professionally created fairy tales.
Well, yes.
This is already a really large base.
I think so. That's why it's worth creating an application now to be able to put these fairy tales there.
So we already have an idea for the app. You figured out what it should look like. So all that's left is to find a company that will implement it. Tell me, what guided you when choosing the company?
I was definitely looking for people who would understand my vision and mission and would try to reflect it in the product, and so that all of it would with my mission, and so that they would do it in such a way that people who come to the fairy tale Attic would feel my mission, and so that all of it would be so characteristic for them so that they would know what content is there. Well, I must honestly say that I did not know the fireup.pro company before, but I arranged a meeting based on a recommendation. And after the first few meetings, I felt that we had a common flow, that above all the entire team listened to what I had to say, that they would try to do everything to meet my needs. And that was so crucial for me. I just felt that these were people who were committed and wanted to create something beautiful with me.
Okay, that sounds great. I'm glad to hear that you found people like that in fireup.pro who confirmed your mission. So you're saying that listening and engaging and setting a common goal together to create something special was very important. Now, if you could tell me a little about what this collaboration looked like, about the process of creating this application.
So the cooperation looks very professional. I was given a whole team of young, committed people full of such energy and such a positive approach, which I really liked. Each of them has a different role, and each of them fulfills this role really exemplarily, I think. We meet regularly online. At first, there were live meetings. Then they moved to online meetings, and during these meetings we discuss everything in detail. I know on an ongoing basis what work is being done, if something is wrong, if I have any comments, if everything is heading in the right direction. So it's also great for me because I always feel that it's important. How do I feel about this? In this whole process has nothing deviated from what we decided for ourselves. So I just feel like I'm being listened to, and that's what's cool. And everything went smoothly and on time, so I'm very satisfied.
The goal of our collaboration is to ensure that the vision of the app you had in your head does not diverge from what you ultimately get. And here, one such element that was introduced at the beginning was mining workshops. Could you say a few words about it? What did it look like from your perspective?
So it was a very nice meeting with the entire team that works on the application and the website. And these workshops consisted of extracting all the information from me, how I see it, what this vision is. We chose the colors, fonts. We discussed what I wanted to have on this page in the application, how it should all look. Everything that is needed to make it happen at all. Well, that was something really specific. And then I knew that, yes, I was heading in the right direction. I could be calm.
Tell me, what surprised you most about working with fireup.pro?
I guess what surprised me was that, apart from the fact that it was very professional and on time, I simply met a human being, that on the other side there are people who not only work great on a given project, but also put their heart into it, and you can feel it at every meeting. There is so much sympathy from all the members of the team. I feel that they are rooting for me in what I do, and that they are very committed, and that gives me such a good kick.
Great. Please tell me, what is important in turning vision into reality and in implementing such an important project for you?
The important thing is not to give up, and that if you set a goal for yourself, you should pursue it. Just don't get discouraged, because there are different situations during the process. It's important to find the right people who will help you achieve your goal and are as committed as you are. They will support you. Well, I just found such a team in fireup.pro. And I'm really happy because it's not obvious that people fit together so well, are in this together so much, and that is really very valuable to me. So I recommend it to all companies that want to develop and have their own vision. I recommend going to fireup.pro because there you will simply meet people who will listen to them and who will do everything to make their vision see the light of day.
Great. Thank you very much, Kasia, for today's conversation.